There are 3 simple steps I'd like to follow when creating shadows in Adobe Illustrator. Create the shadow shape, adjust the perspective, and fade it to look natural. Let me show you how. I'm Omar and you're watching QuickTips tutorials.
So we have 2 different approaches here, one for an image and the other for vectors. Let's start with the image. This is a PNG file with a transparent background. Let's make a copy of it. I'll hold Option on Mac, Alt on Windows. Click on the object and drag to make a copy. Now I want to have this object all black. We go to Edit, Edit Colors, and I want to adjust the color balance. If you notice here it's grayed out. It's because this image is a link. So all I have to do then make sure it's selected and click on Embed. Now again go to Edit, Edit Colors and Adjust Color Balance. Click on Preview. Let's drag all the colors down to -100. So we have the shape. Let's adjust the perspective. Select the Free Transform tool and let's adjust the perspective of the shadow. This looks good enough. Let me move it to the actual image. Let's move this guy aside. Now right click, Arrange, Send to Back. Now that we have the perspective set, let's fade the shadow. Because this is an image, we are going to create a transparency mask. Let's create the shape first. Let's add a gradient to it. Now for a transparency mask, black is 100% transparent and white is 100% opaque. Let's adjust the gradient direction. Okay, this looks okay. Now let me select this object and cut. Command X on Mac, Control X on Windows. Select the shadow itself and click on opacity. Click on Make Mask and click on the mask area itself. Now you go to Edit and Paste in Place. And there you have it. Now I could play around with it and adjust it. I want to bring down opacity overall to 40%. This looks good. And let's give it some blur. Effects, Blur and Gaussian Blur. If you notice nothing is happening, even if I click anywhere, nothing is happening. Only if I click on the shadow itself. The reason is you should go back to opacity and make sure you are not on mask mode. Now we can add the blur. Effects, Blur and Gaussian Blur. Okay, this looks good. Now that was the approach for images. What about vectors? Very similar. We make a copy of the shape. Let's make sure it's one shape. Go to Pathfinder and click on Unite. Let's choose a black color. Now let's play around with the perspective. Free Transform. And we'll do the same thing. Let's make it a longer shadow. Move it closer to the character. Right click, Arrange, and Send to Back. Now because this is vectors, I can easily add a gradient fill. Let's make this a grayish color with an opacity of 0. And also this one as a grayish color. Adjust the angle and give it some blur.
And that's it. Try these 3 simple steps to create realistic shadows in your designs. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.